Tough guy. Give me a hole, folks. Oh!
I'm Jon Chattman with A-Sides. I'm at New York Comic Con with a couple of buddies of mine. Hey guys, I'm going to use this as a microphone. So what can you tell me about J.J. Abrams' vision for episode 7? I had to adjust it, you couldn't see a thing.
I'm not one of the Ghostbusters, I'm a Ghostbuster.
You're not one of the Ghostbusters?
I'm a Ghostbuster.
This is faulty advertising.
I know.
So who would you cast in the new Ghostbusters?
I do like the ideas of like Kristen Wiig. I like Seth Rogen. I'd love to see Seth Green, but I don't know if he'd do it.
Be honest, you just mentioned his name because you know he's here today.
No, I've seen him in several things, and I saw him in the Ninja Turtle panel yesterday.
Do you only think the new Ghostbusters should be named Seth? Because you named 2 out of 3 Seths.
I did.
Is there another Seth?
Seth MacFarlane?
No. You're quick. That's why you got this on your back.
Yeah, he's homemade.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's made out of a Halloween pumpkin bucket, styrofoam ball, dowel rods, and Model Magic modeling clay.
Does he have a creamy center?
No, but he does have Twitter.
There you go. Shameless publicity. I love it.
Thanks.
Hacksaw. How are you, my friend?
Very good, brother. But you know the first thing Hacksaw Jim Duggan has to do is give a big ho! Kind of fires me up. You know, gets me ready to go.
I love it. So you're promoting your book. Talk to me about
of course, yes. Hacksaw, the Jim Duggan story. Catchy title, huh?
It was original.
I came up with 2 or 3 different titles.
What was the original?
The Cycle of the Ring.
Ooh, I like
or
it.
Tough Life, Tough Guy. Triumph Books that will go with Hacksaw, the Jim Duggan story. But kind of a positive look at wrestling. You know, I've been doing it 35 years. I've been with my wife 30 years. Never had to go to rehab for booze or drugs. Never had a felony arrest. It's been a good business for me.
Wow.
Everybody always hears those horror stories. A lot of guys are successful in our business. Roddy Piper, Tito Santana, Ted DiBiase, myself. It's a good business.
Steamboat? It's another one,
Oh
right?
yeah, a lot of guys. Everybody likes to concentrate on the train wrecks.
How do you stay on the straight and narrow?
Well, I don't know if I've been on the straight and narrow.
How do you stay on the rocky and narrow?
Well, you know, it was the 80s back in the day,
Yeah.
so it was pretty wild back in the days. There was a lot of women, a lot of drugs, a lot of booze. God, I miss the old days.
Oh man, I wish I was a part of the old days.
I really appreciate the fact that Artist Alley has its own separate space now, because there are people who really care about meeting the creators and the people who make the books, and then there's the other stuff, all the cool entertainment stuff that's upstairs.
Right.
So those don't necessarily need to be on the same floor.
Talk to me about the end of Wonder Woman.
We actually put the last issue to bed this week. It comes out right before Halloween, and it's been bittersweet. We say goodbye to the characters. We resolve things with the firstborn, and I think it's a very fitting, emotional ending to the story. The book came out 3 years ago, and we celebrated, at this show, to like this huge response we got from the readers. And now we're wrapping up, and like everyone's coming by saying like, oh, I wish you guys wouldn't leave and stuff like that. So it's emotional for me.
How tapped into the movies are you? I mean,
I'm not tapped in at all.
Yeah.
They don't talk to us about any of it.
Yeah.
But hopefully, they'll use some of it. I'd love to see some of our work on screen.
I mean, they can't all be as amazing as Ghost Rider.
Right. That's right. And Ghost Rider 2.
And Ghost Rider 2.
Yeah.
A lot of costumes, but I just want to say this is the best Ralph Macchio costume I've ever seen.
What it is. Stand back, the hurricane is here.
So let me ask you, man, when the whole Hurricane character was created, which is what, like 10 years ago, right?
2001.
Get the hell out of here.
You want me to get out? I'll go.
Yeah, stay, man. Then I'm filming a blank freaking wall.
There we go.
You must have known that it would have, like probably early on, but did you think you'd still be, you know?
I don't think anybody thought it was going to be like this. When they approached me with the idea of being a superhero, I was already Hurricane Helms in WWF at the time. And that's when they were doing the WCW invasion, and there was a lot of characters coming in from WCW that were kind of bland, you know. And so they came up with this idea, and just like the same mentality I had when I was 3 count in WCW, which I was not a boy band fan, you know. I grew up on hip hop, you know. But I attacked 3 count, you know. I made that, I gave it 100%. I learned the dances. I couldn't sing for shit, but I tried. Same mentality when I became the Hurricane. I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna put 150% in it. You know, I'm gonna make it as good as it can be. They gave me a cheesy little mask. I was like, nope. I went and had some professional masks made. They gave me a cheesy little outfit. I'm like, nope. I went and had the real cool Hurricane outfits made. I just knew the only way that it could work was if I took it to heart, you know, and I really did. They told me, quote, and this is a direct quote from Stephanie McMahon, we'll try for a couple weeks, a couple months at the most. It's 2014, and I'm still the Hurricane.
And you beat The Rock.
And I beat The Rock, and he's getting no rematch ever. I'm undefeated against The Rock. I will stay undefeated against The Rock, unless it's a WrestleMania payday.
Oh, before hip-hop came over the bridge, changed my life. I was a Catholic school kid, went to Catholic school my whole life. Straight A student, 5, 6 stars in the forehead, always on the honor roll. And growing up as a kid in Hollis Springs, New York, it was school, and then coming home and living, breathing, eating, and sleeping comic books. Marvel was really, really big to me. DC was cool, Justice League, Flash, Green Lantern, Batman, Superman, but Marvel was cool for me because, you know, my mother and father loved them, but there was those parents that you be in this house where that sun is going down.
Right.
So I'm reading Marvel comics. The thing that was good about Marvel was it showed New York. It showed places in New York City that I heard of, but I never could go to. So Spider-Man lived in Queens, Avengers Mansion was in Manhattan. You always saw the skyline. The first time I saw the Roosevelt Island tram was in the comic books. So man, long story short, my whole existence as a kid was comic books.
Is it still working? Okay, because I want everyone to hear me.
Yeah.
So guys, what do you think of the reboot of Ghostbusters? That's going to be all female. I've heard that they're actually going to have the cast of 227 from the 80s. Those women are going to be the ones in the new Ghostbusters.
I hear they're going to try and get the Golden Girls as kids.
Yeah.
If that could be done, that would be sensational.
I would watch that, but I definitely
Would
watch
you?
it. People crapped on Heath Ledger for being Joker. People thought Guardians of the Galaxy was going to be a terrible movie, and he turned out great. So give it a shot.
I like his optimism, but I think he's a little skeptical.
I just don't want it to suck. I want it to be a good movie. I want it to be funny. I want a good script.
No Jackie Wilson songs.
No Jack. I actually like that Jack. We should play a Jackie Wilson song. Yeah.
Crash through walls, come through floors, bust through ceilings, and knock down doors.
So Legolas be in the new movie?
Depends how many roles for Toll.
What's up with that?